Gary, it's good to see you, but you're supposed to be somewhere else tonight.
Yeah, I've just come back from the benefit day for Michael Watson at Highbury, which was turned out to be a great day. We've had 18 to 20,000 people there, and lots of artists like Aswad and Chrissy Hines sung, and we had a sort of a pro celebrity sort of football game and some ladies football, and then Michael actually came out on the pitch himself, and it's a great indictment to his courage, I think, that so many people turned out for him. Yeah. And it was a very moving day.
But Jackie's keen on football, I know, because you wrote Stud, didn't you?
Oh, what did the Stud have to do with football? I wrote a movie called Yesterday's Hero, which starred Ian McShane, all about football.
Well, it's just a...
Some people called it the George Best story.
Now, Arthur's new sidekick, it was obviously a plum job, but as the world knows, it must have been a terrific problem taking over from a well-established part. Were you scared about that?
Not in actual taking over from Dennis, because I felt what they created was television history, and there was no way as an actor I would try and fill Dennis's shoes. And thankfully the scriptwriters came up with a character that was quite different from Dennis's. And my main concern was just getting my character right, and also getting on with George and seeing if we could create a relationship that was in some way the same but very different to what he and Dennis had done.
Because it was a good stroke making you a relation, his nephew, so you naturally would be...
so that allowed me to have some of the daily traits. Yeah, which are good or bad, I don't know what they are.
People always ask silly questions, which I'm going to ask. Where is that pier in Minder when you walk along?
The pier is actually in Southend. It's Southend.
See? They all wanted to know.
It's a long walk as well, so when we're walking down, you know, he sort of forgets something, so it's a long walk back.
Right.
I always maintain that he's forgotten his packet of condoms, but I'm not quite sure.
No, poor old chap. Anyway,
or my packet of condoms.
That's more like it. Now, his career, George Cole's career, goes back to Ealing comedies, so there was someone you really could have respected and did, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing George in the St Trinians as Flash Harry, and, well, it was just quite remarkable for me to find myself, after 7 months unemployment of doing various jobs and being, you know, a jobbing actor, to suddenly be sitting across the great man and going through lines with him and actually working with him. And it's to me, he's a brilliant comic actor. He's a gentleman as well.
What did he teach you, do you feel?
He taught me, his main word of advice to me was to just enjoy it. Enjoy the shooting and enjoy what comes with it. And I think he taught me how to concentrate on the work and how to relax as well. I mean, I think the success of the show is very much down to George in the fact that there wasn't an older actor there worrying, or a more experienced actor worrying about a less experienced actor coming in and sort of maybe mucking up. He made me feel at home straight away. And for that, you know, I mean, I'm ever thankful.
Jackie, do you get a chance to see this series these days?
Well, you know, I haven't seen you in it, but now, having seen you here, I'm definitely going to watch you in it, because I cast all my own miniseries now, you know. Right. Put a nice Minder in an American miniseries. But I think it's a wonderful show. In fact, I was on it once. Yeah, I played myself. I loved it. It was my favourite show when I lived in England, and so I played myself for a sort of joke one time, and it was really fun.
Great. Well, it hasn't lost any viewers. It's as popular as ever.
Thanks a lot.
Have you ever...
That's with me coming.
Oh, yes.
I thought you meant me guessing, right?
No. Do you ever feel that you need a Minder in Hollywood?
No, I did have a bad experience once. I had the classic American experience, which was a guy with a Uzi machine gun in my face, right, going... I can't tell you what he said to me, but, I mean, it was kind of startling, and he had a full mask on and all of that, and he really had such hate in his voice that I pressed the accelerator and just took off. I was lucky enough to be able to do that. And all my friends said to me, you know, you could have pressed the trigger and it's so fast, it's like a hair trigger and all of that. And I thought, well, you know, that's life. You wake up every morning, as I said, it's an adventure. This was rather an adventurous day, but I wouldn't like to live my life where you have to have somebody looking after you all the time.
Right. Do you...
Unless, of course, it was him. Wouldn't mind that.
I'm not working at the moment, actually.
Obviously, a story like that doesn't put you off Hollywood. That's an aim, is it?
Certainly. I mean, I think for any actor, I think it's nice to aim as high as you can. So if you aim for $3 million a movie and working with De Niro or somebody, if you end up getting $1 million, then you're sort of fairly successful. But
I think I've heard that you and your pal, Phil Middlemiss, have been going around pretending to be related to Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, that was one instance when we were at drama school. We went back to where I lived in Essex, and I went to see my mum and dad and things, and we went out to a nightclub, and because things were sort of boring, so Philip decided to play an American, and as sort of time went on, and a few girls that I knew from my school came over, and they said, "Who's this American?" I said, "Well, he's Jack Nicholson's nephew." So as time went on, everyone thought that this... And word went round the club that Jack Nicholson's nephew was in. And in the end, people were coming up, and I think Jack Nicholson had a movie out at the time, and they're going, "God, he doesn't look like his uncle on the posters." So we were having it up a bit. But, yeah, it was good. Good fun.
Because you've been lucky, that you can't deny that, I suppose. But you weren't exactly plucked from a pub. You went to drama school, did it properly, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art for 3 years, but had a bit of a tough time getting in there because at the time, unfortunately, drama grants are discretionary rather than compulsory, and you find yourself in front of a county financier and a few other sort of odd buds who are judging you whether you deserve a grant or not. So I didn't get one first time round, even though I got a place at LAMDA, which is a highly accredited school. So I sort of got on my hobby horse and wrote to the government and the Margaret Thatcher and people like that at the time.
Yeah? What did she do?
She didn't reply.
Fancy that. But the story you can top